On Science and Engineering Day, each grade level has a different experiment that they do, and they just present them to the whole school, and we take notes on what we've learned on that day and what the grade levels did. My favorite part is watching the other grade levels compete in their different competitions on what they have built, because it's just fun to see how competitive people are. Last year, the 8th graders, they also did mousetrap cars, and I just learned that you could build like a car actually out of a mousetrap. Like, I never would have thought of that. This year, I am looking forward to the 6th graders because they're building airplanes out of cardboard. On Wednesday, we will be racing mousetrap cars, and we just built a car out of wood, a mousetrap, and any other materials that you could find. And we'll be racing them and to see how far they can go by themselves. And we will also have a creativity competition.
And so tell me, every time Miss Javidpour hands back a test, does it have this cover sheet on it?
Yeah.
And then what do you do from there? You've obviously figured out the percentages out of practice doing this. Now what happens?
You add up the points received and the total points, and you put that right here.
Okay.
And then if you have something that you need to work on, that you think you need to work on, then you would go to the pink box over there.
Sure, go ahead and show me how it works, please.
You would come and get a pink box. If you needed one of these objectives, I would need objective 1, 4, and 7.
And how do you know that? What are the percentages on 1, 4, and 7?
75, 70, and 25.
The least percentage you can have.
80. And 80. You get the objective from these pink boxes. Like you get objective 1. Objective 1. And this is the objective 1.
Okay, I'm just going to glance at it. So, and I'll hold it up for the camera. Objective 1, measures of central tendency. There's this set of numbers. What's the mean, median, mode? Great.
So we'll talk about the tax scores and the state scores. This year, the group came in, their very first benchmark scores were at a 33 percentile, passing rate 0%. My big goal, so I have two separate big goals for my classes since I teach 2 different classes and I'm the exit year for 8th grade going into 9th grade, into high school. The first main big goal would be that 100% of my students pass the tax test. Since it is an exit year, it has a 3 administration, so it's super, super important that they have to pass, or by law they're held back. So 100% passing rate on that and a 75% commended rate on for honors. Basically, last year my scores were in the 60th percentile for commended, so just definitely shooting that up, and 99th percentile is passing, so that was the growth to make it 100%.
And can you explain what the kids have to do on the test in order to score commended?
Commended has to be in the 90th percentile.
90th, right.
Yeah, so they can only really miss, I think it's 5 questions on the entire test.
Other disciplines like the writing, and we saw some creative things in your room. I guess could you talk now about your overall philosophy of teaching?
My overall philosophy, I love math, and I really think that every child needs a very, very strong foundation in number sense and just how numbers work. But so much more than that is the whole child, and are we preparing this child to be successful in high school? Are we preparing this child to be successful in college? And then more importantly than that, life beyond high school and college. I hope that when they leave my class, not only do they feel a little bit better about math and they gain a little bit more confidence in that, but they also know how to approach any problem, whether it's a problem-solving, critical thinking problem, or an issue with a friend, or an issue with their families, or whatever, and approach it like, I can get through this. I know that if I work hard, and if I ask the right questions, and if I dig deep, I can figure out a solution. You know, especially the age group I teach in, for 8 years, if they've struggled in math, they're done. And with the comfortable with confusion, with a lot of different techniques I use, I said, you know, my point is that you don't have to get everything. And you're not going to be perfect at everything. But that you need to come to class and you need to be committed. And that if you work hard, you're going to get what you want. So that's just kind of a life philosophy I want to teach them so that they carry out that throughout their lives. But in addition to that is showing how what they do and how they live their life. We have a big famous quote at KIPP, which is, I watch what I do to see what I believe. And that they truly are empowering other people whenever people are watching them. They're KIPPsters, they're 8th graders, they're the seniors on campus, and they have to embody that because no matter where we go in life, people watch you. And so with that, I want to teach them, this is really my philosophy of education, to be the productive citizens of the world.